Absolutely not. The level of chaos and rebellion that's required to trigger the Insurrection Act, similar to the Posse Comitatus Act, which the Trump administration have been not able to justify to courts in Los Angeles, in Portland, in Chicago, in Illinois, and also in DC, has not been met. The level of chaos that you're trying to sell, it's not there. What they're seeing and what they're able to show is essentially their agents versus peaceful protests, people in unicorn and frogs and polar bear suits and old white hippies. And that doesn't sell. That's why you haven't even been seeing the festivals on the news, is because they prefer seeing like me on the streets, because when we come out, that's when they do the pepper spray. That's when they're really super, that's when the police get really, because they will do that to us because they don't have the same value and respect for us, and they have respect for the hippies in animal costumes. So what you guys are doing, great. We are staying back purposefully, but this is part of it. We've already laid the groundwork. When I say me, the forebearers, the forefathers, the civil rights era, have already shown you how to protest. The Montgomery bus boycott lasted 381 days. We're just in this. You're doing an excellent job. There's more of us than them, and we're not paying into the narrative. And so that's why it hasn't worked in the courts. It hasn't worked on TV. It hasn't worked in the media. It's not working with their MAGA base, because at the end of the day, no matter how much the MAGA base do not like their cousins and relatives on the left, they definitely don't want them pepper sprayed and rubber bullets. It does not look good to see pastors being shot in the head with rubber bullets. That's not going to sell. What's going to sell is what they've been trying to agitate, and we're not biting into it. So long as we keep it the way it is. Thank you, the frog people. Portland, you guys did an excellent job. LA, the folks in LA is really multicultural thing. They kept that peaceful for the most part, but that's the largest protest we've seen so far. DC did their job. We see the people boxing out their ICE agents. I love the attorney who was out there in the streets saying we're trying to exercise the First Amendment right with the bullhorn. All of that looks great. It's working. It's like, it's good. They're not going to trigger it because of what the images, you're pushing it and showing up as you are. And that's you using your privilege to fight back. And so, yeah, I don't think so, because it's just not working. Visually doesn't work. They just look foolish, and they're not going to do the same thing they did in the past. It's not the same situation. All right, let's talk about, I'm gonna go deeper in my private communities. Otherwise,